this old tape at a discount department store. I mean, it looks like they're reissuing all of the old albums. Wow. Does that take me back? Where was I in 65? Barely alive in 55.
She's not the sky, just an ordinary woman.
Does that make you feel old, love?
When I get to thinking I might have known the kind of love that only happens.
What is it? What are you doing? What is that? Hey! What are you doing with that thing? Don't hit around like that.
You wanted to see me, Sergeant?
Oh, Mr. Aspen.
Yeah.
A young lady was murdered here this evening. I think you know her. Gentlemen?
Oh, my God.
I think maybe we should have a little talk.
What happened? You catch the people that did this?
No, not yet. I just thought maybe you'd like to get to Paul Taylor before he found out some other way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Listen, could you tell your people not to say anything to anybody at the hotel?
Right.
If you want to talk to Paul for any reason, try to make it after 3 tomorrow. He sleeps until 1.
Right. If it comes to that, I'll drive out to his ranch and talk to him myself. I'll handle it personally.
Thanks. Well, good night.
Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most popular entertainer in Las Vegas, Paul Taylor. Hotel manager.
Oh, yes. Is there a problem?
Oh, ours, not yours. I wonder if you'd take the time to join us in my office. Right.
Tonight, between shows, a young lady close to Paul was murdered. We believe it was intended as a warning.
What kind of a warning is murder?
Well, about a week ago, I answered the telephone in Paul's dressing room, and it was a threatening call.
Man or woman?
Well, it was a whisper, husky, so I couldn't really tell. The point is, I want 2 bodyguards to be with Paul around the clock.
You must have plenty of security men around here.
I don't want guerrillas. I want people I can count on to look out for signs, for clues, anything at all that can help us to find out what's going on here before they kill Paul.
No, I'm sorry, Mr. Aspen. I sympathize with you. But my partner and I have decided not to take any more jobs while we're here.
Your usual fee is $250 a day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pay you $2,500.
A day?
A piece.
No. N-O, no.
Pete.
I'm on a streak. I'm having fun.
Pete, this is a very important case.
I'm already working on a very important case.
Pete, I've seen that face before. On Santa Monica Boulevard. If I'm not mistaken, she's got a record as long as your face.
A hooker? Thanks. Thanks for the luck. You sure know how to spoil a kid's first pony ride. How did you recognize her? You didn't Vice?
Tell your friend
A drink was plenty.
That's a switch. Most guys are generally falling all over themselves to get the time of day with it.
Who is she?
Bonnie Robbins, heiress to that breakfast food fortune. Loaded.
Harris?
That's tough. Very tough.
Thank you, Bones.
It's awful, Mr. Taylor. We all feel just terrible. What happened to Miss Jackson?
Oh,
I just heard it on the news.
Eddie, I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
I assumed you knew that.
Knew what?
That she's dead, murdered at her apartment.
Marty? Everybody out here, get them out.
Paul, I want you to meet these people.
What are they, the police?
No, they're not the police.
Then this is about Marnie, right? Why didn't you tell me what happened to her?
Who did, may I ask?
A stagehand told me he heard it on the news. That's really a nice, sensitive way to find out these things, isn't it?
I wanted to tell you later on out at the ranch. I'm sorry, Paul.
Forget it. What do these guys want, my itinerary for the evening?
No, these aren't policemen, Paul. The police aren't concerned about your involvement. Believe me on that.
I wish that was still true, Arnie. Oh, no, not you two. Not again.
Everybody has their lucky charms in Las Vegas, Sergeant. I guess we're yours.
I brought them in. I thought we had a deal not to talk until tomorrow.
Well, that was before we had an eyewitness. Somebody saw your car parked in front of Marnie Jackson's apartment tonight, just about the time of the murder.
Well, Paul? Didn't I see you here between shows?
Yeah, Marnie borrowed my car to go home between shows.
Well, that means that somebody could be driving around town in your Rolls.
Doesn't your Rolls Royce have personal license plates on it? Don't your plates say Paul?
Yes, they do.
Well, I saw that car out in the parking lot. It's out there now. I saw it a few minutes ago.
If that killer is brazen enough to drive Paul's car back here and then post a note in his dressing room, we got a very serious situation.
What note's this?
This is the reason I brought these gentlemen in. When I got back to the dressing room tonight, I found that note pasted on Paul's mirror.
Oh, hey, you've really emerged.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I am ready for a night out on the town.
Yeah, this won't take long.
What won't take long?
We got a case. There's been a threat against Paul Taylor's life.
Mr. McBride, look, this is supposed to be a vacation. I have been tossed around from pillar to post, thrown into jail, locked up in this crummy room, waiting for the phone to ring. Now, this is Vegas. You know, I mean, I'm ready for a few thrills and chills.
Oh, well, then this'll dovetail with your plans.
Where are we going?
The morgue.
The morgue. He's in there! He's in there! He's been murdered! He's dead!
What was his name?
Bones Tucker.
Paul's valet.
You see anything?
I was on my way back here.
Well, where's Taylor?
He went out to his ranch.
He went to his ranch by himself? Aren't you supposed to be watching him?
He went out with 3 of the hotel security guards. I'm supposed to meet him out there later with Mr. Aspen.
It's going to be a terrible shock to Paul. Well, I hope this murder at least makes it clear that Paul couldn't have had any possible involvement, since he obviously wasn't even in the hotel at the time of the murder.
Well, it does clear Taylor's name, but it doesn't put us any closer to the psycho who did it.
Shall we go?
For a total of 8 major stab wounds in all. Actual death was caused by this transection of the renal artery.
Make a note of that, Maggie, will you? Maggie?
You can see the fatal wound runs all the way down to here. Now, here's the interesting part. Notice that the killer went in right under the sternum. In short, he was very neat, very precise.
What you're saying is this is not just a random slashing, then,
No, I'd say this assault shows some surgical know-how.
Really? Wow. What we're looking for... What are you doing here?
I wanted to be here when you look at the body.
We've already done that.
Not that body. This body.
Oh.
Is there anybody you don't know, Paul?
Yeah, the guy was trying to knock me off.
I can't get that dude to take any time off.
Well, look, fellas, I just couldn't stand it sitting around doing nothing. I'd just soon be working until you guys find this maniac, or he finds me.
What you said about not knowing who this maniac is, that's not necessarily true. There's a good possibility that you know him.
Hey, that begins to sound very ominous.
Have you had any trouble that you know of with a doctor?
Doctors? What kind of doctors? I have an eye doctor and a throat doctor and a horse doctor and even a head doctor.
He's kidding about the head doctor.
Yeah, I have this fear of high places.
What do you have, acrophobia?
No, I have this great fear I'm going to fall off a marquee.
Paul? I'm gonna believe you.
Why hide the truth? Everybody in the world knows that I was the biggest thing in the country when I was a kid. Then, when I got out of the service, I couldn't get a job even shipping records, let alone making them.
That happened to hundreds of those singing idols in the 50s. The difference is that Paul had the talent to come back.
What was the name of that record that you had that was such a hit for you before you went into the service in the 50s?
It's all in my mind.
All in my mind, yeah. That was great. I love the way you did that.
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah. I hate it with a passion.
Why is that?
Well, it brings back a lot of nightmares for me. The memory of the pitiful looks in people's eyes when they see you on the bottom after you've been up on top. Anyway, what's all this got to do with doctors?
What about women, Paul? I mean, a man like yourself must have a lot of women, right? You got any jealous husbands?
You mean doctor husbands? No. The only doctor I know is Arnie.
Joke. He's kidding about the doctor. This is when we were in the service. That's what he's talking about.
Well, that insignia there says that you were a medic?
Well, I had a little pre-med training in the service. That makes you a doctor.
Paul, you were in the same outfit?
Yeah.
You a doctor, too?
Oh, no. I was just his ambulance driver. Then when it was all over, he drove me right back to the top. Listen, fellas, I want you to know I really appreciate what you're trying to do for me.
Hey, these are beautiful. Who ties these?
Oh, I did. I tied them as a hobby. Hey, take them with you.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe it'll help your score against the Trout.
Well, thank you. It's very nice of you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm tired. I don't know. I peaked about 2:30 this morning. When do these people sleep around here anyway?
We're both beat, and we haven't got anything to go on. So what I suggest we do is get a couple of hours sleep and get a fresh start.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll leave a call for 3 o'clock. You go on up. I want to talk to security.
Ring me when you get up, huh?
Well, Mr. Ryan, you look like you've had yourself quite a night.
Oh, yes. I got this terrible crick in my neck from, Do you give massages?
Well, I can try.
I don't mean the exotic kind, just something to sort of relax me so I can get some sleep. It's been a miserable vacation so far.
Well, we wouldn't want you to have a miserable vacation. I'll see what I can do.
Floyd, may I come in? Did you know your door is ajar? I just wondered if you wanted some company for breakfast. It's so beautiful out. Operator, would you please send somebody up here, a doctor, or I don't care, anybody who knows anything about first aid. Please hurry. It's room 832. It's an emergency.
It's open.
Hi.
Hello. Could I see you for a few minutes, speak?
Yeah, is it important, Malcolm?
Yeah.
Can you give us a few minutes?
Yeah, I have to freshen up anyway.
Thanks.
Listen, I've had a string of bad luck. Could you lend me a couple $100?
Sure. There's some money in my coat there on the chair.
Thanks.
You know, when it comes to ladies, Pete, you are what Mozart was to music, what the babe was to the bat. But the colonel still is the chicken to get a girl like that to give you a massage.
She's good. Big on fantasies, but good.
Fantasies? If I had an heiress giving me a massage, I couldn't care how flaky she was.
Hope it doesn't sound too corny. You get it?
Serial heiress, corny, flaky.
Heiress? What'd you do, get hit on the chin with a slot machine handle? What's the matter with you?
What are you talking, slot machine? Her grandfather is the one who invented the stuff you put bananas and cream on. That's the serial heiress, Roberta Robbins.
Yeah, her. You know, Mac told me that she was a hooker.
Oh, a hooker?
Shh. Never mind. Just got to keep my eye on Mac. Did me some good. I mean, any time that I can be out-conned, it's time I hit the streets again.
A hooker? Hi.
Ready for more?
You want to hear something fantastic? Yeah. Pete's got a friend, his next cop, and he said...
Why don't you go down and hit the tables with that 200 that I just gave you?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Maybe we can have a late supper, huh?
That sounds nice, yeah.
You want to get that?
Yeah. What? Okay, thanks. Mac just got mugged. He's at Old Town Hospital.
Did they say how bad he was hurt?
No. Let's go.
Bobby, let me up. I gotta go.
What the hell happened to you?
Go down to the drugstore. Get me some balls and take. As a friend, I'm hemorrhaging bad.
Drugstore, man. You need a doctor.
Come on. What do you want? Start telling me what to do?
You've been shot.
Yeah, I've been shot.
I'm gonna call the...
No! Can't call anybody. Paul, just do as I asked you to do, will you?
Listen, I gotta get you help.
Yeah, God, you pick a great time to be dead. Look, you call the doctors, they're gonna call the cops. We got go in the toilet. That's why I killed Bones, and then the rest will just spill out.
Kill Bones? Arnie, what are you saying? Are you nuts?
What else was I gonna do? I had to alibi you. I had to make the same kind of killing as the Jackson girl. Why you were somewhere else?
What's happening? What's going on in your head?
For God's sakes, will you look in the face? Well, man, I'll be with you. Just finish up this gig. We'll go away, yeah? We'll get you some help.
You killed Marnie, didn't you? You're sick.
Oh, as soon as I saw Marty dead, I flashed on that hooker long bed. You killed her, Paul.
I didn't know. There's something wrong with your brain.
You killed that hooker.
You're dangerous, Artie. You really are dangerous. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're dangerous.
I didn't kill Marty. I killed Bones to cover for you.
Listen, I'm gonna call the cops and they'll help you, Artie. Don't be afraid, Artie.
You really don't understand what I'm talking about, do you? Come on, man, try, will you? I can't think for you anymore. Oh, God. I can't do it anymore.
Arnie, don't leave me, Arnie. Arnie, don't. I need you, Arnie. Arnie, don't leave me.
Aspen made a full confession to Paul before he died.
Aspen, a killer? If he's a murderer, then why am I still here in one piece?
We saw both of your pockets. They were turned inside out. Now, he must have been looking for something when Maggie came around and scared him off. It figures.
You mean Mr. McBride owes his life to me?
Why?
Huh?
Why would Aspen confess only to the murder of Bones Tucker and not confess to Paul about killing the showgirl? That's odd.
Paul wasn't very lucid when we interviewed him.
Well, then we can't be sure exactly what Aspen told him.
Paul is back at the hotel, Mac. He's calmed down. I've got 2 security guards with him. I'm going to go back and talk.
Wait a minute. He's still going on tonight?
Yeah, he feels that if he goes on, even though he is close to the edge, it's going to calm him down.
I still can't understand this. What was Aspen looking for?
Maybe he was after your notes. Maybe he knew that we were getting close to him. I mean, he obviously hired us as a ploy to take off suspicion. Maybe he thought that was going to boomerang on him now.
An incision starting at the renal artery.
See you later.
Wait a minute, Maggie. I'm going with you. Keep thinking about that, huh, Mac?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
back later.
Yeah, an incision starting at the renal artery.
song. Okay, fellas, hit it. I really didn't want to do this song, but inasmuch as you asked for it, that's what we're here for, to entertain you. She is real, just a woman. She's not the sun, she's not the sky. Just an ordinary woman. When I get to thinking I might have known the kind of love that only happens once in time, I decided it was all in my mind. She's not the first girl I remember, I recall, than any other. She's not special at all. If you ever see me crying when I remind me, I decided in my mind. In my mind when I'm sleeping, in my mind.
He had a total emotional collapse on the stage, Mac. And frightening the people.
He's got to get medical help.
Oh, he's already gotten medical advice. They told him he needs a rest. But he won't beg off that telethon next week. Now, I suggested to him that we take a 3-day cruise on his boat up on Lake Mead. That would kind of mellow him out. And I asked Bobby to come along with me.
Who's Bobby?
Bobby is the girl I was playing blackjack with.
Oh, yeah.
She's a serial heiress.
A serial heiress?
Uh-huh. She ought to be able to lighten things up.
Oh, could have sworn it, I saw.
Keep your chin up.
This is it. Climb aboard. Watch your head.
It's so peaceful. It just lulls you.
Just make yourself at home. Hey, look, don't worry about me. Tomorrow I'm gonna sparkle. I really think you two ought to get some sleep. Especially you, Pete. You haven't got much sack time since this whole mess started.
You're the one that is out here for a rest.
I think I'm just gonna cast off, and it'll do me a lot of good then. Wind and the stars in the water.
I'll stay up with you then, all right?
When you quit being a Jewish mother, sleep. Tomorrow when you wake up, you'll see the most beautiful sight in all of Nevada. About 5 minutes, we'll be away from all this.
Okay, but if you, need anything, you want me to talk to you or anything like that during the night, just let me know, all right?
I feel much better now. Thank you.
If he thinks I'm a Jewish mother, wait till Mac comes on board.
What is it?
What is it? Listen.
This room sounds like it's on the approach pattern of International Airport. Get him out of here.
I don't have the authority to move him.
If you don't move him, I'm going to smother him with a pillow when you leave the room. Get a hold of my doctor, will you?
I can't call you doctor at this hour, but I can give you something to help you sleep.
I don't want a pill. I want some peace. Don't touch those.
You knocked these over under your bed during the night, and you could cut yourself on these fish hooks. We hospitals can't be too soup-conscious these days.
I may sue you, but not over the fish hooks.
This is lovely. Are you a lure tying enthusiast? My father was.
No, those are a gift from Paul Taylor. He ties them himself.
Isn't that interesting? That a singer like Paul Taylor would know how to tie a surgical knot. Our chess man, Dr. Patterson, would even be proud of that one.
Surgical knot? You sure?
I'm positive. Mr. McBride, you are not supposed to be up and making phone calls at the...
Get me the police department, please, right away. Sergeant Kohler. If he's not in, get his home number. This is an emergency.
Kohler.
Oh, Kohler. McBride here.
Call me tomorrow.
Sergeant, I just found out that Paul Taylor had enough surgical know-how to really become a prime suspect in this case.
McBride.
Sergeant, why did Arnie Aspen break into my hotel room?
Why?
To take back the lures, the fishing lures, the flies that Paul Taylor gave me. The lures indicate medical knowledge. Paul Taylor picked up the technique when he was in service with Arnie Aspen.
Aspen was the killer. He confessed.
He confessed to killing Bones Tucker. He did not confess to killing Marnie Jackson. He may not have been psychotic. He may have been clever. He was trying to alibi Paul Taylor, his bread and butter, his golden goose. Paul may be the psychotic one.
McBride, it is now 5 o'clock in the morning. Do you have any idea what kind of an idiot you sound like calling me up at this hour to tell me that one of the biggest stars in this town has suddenly gone gaga and is running around slicing up people like Salisbury steaks, all on the basis of some fishing lures?
Sergeant, my partner and a girl are with Paul Taylor right now on his boat out on Lake Mead.
Okay, now I'm going to put this to you simply, McBride. This all stops right here. It stops right now. If I even hear that you have gone to Mr. Taylor with any of this garbage, I will see to it that you never work a PI again. That's here and that's in California as well, and I can do it, and you can eat your fishing lures.
Operator, get me the Dunes Hotel, please.
McBride Ryan Investigations. Hello?
Maggie, get over here right away. I want you to drive me somewhere.
Mr. McBride, the sun is just coming up. This is supposed to be a vacation. The grind in L.A. was like Acapulco compared to this.
Maggie, get over here quickly. Get a hold of Malcolm. Bring him along.
Oh. Beautiful outside.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where's Paul?
Asleep in the forward cabin.
I'll be up in a minute.
She's not the sky, just an old was all in my mind when I am sleeping. In my mind I find I'm keeping every minute.
Did you reach?
You're not answering the radio calls. Helen here's going to keep trying, but I got a bad feeling.
McBride, a guy in the berth next to Paul Taylor slept in his boat last night. Says he thinks he heard them leaving half an hour before dawn.
Well, then they couldn't have gotten that far.
Depends on how they were pushing it. We got no choice but to run a boat, hit the lake, try to find them.
Then what?
Well, there's strength in numbers. At least we'll be on board. And if Paul is sick, Pete's totally unprepared. Come on.
We decide it's all over. And I really...
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul,
Yeah, Pete.
Where is he? Where is he?
Let me see your eyes.
There's nothing, Mr. McBride. I'm telling you, there are no boats out here this time of the day.
Don't complain. Consider it a blessing. This boat will stand out all the more.
There it is. There's the boat, Mr. McBride.
Where?
She's not the sky. Just an ordinary woman. I get to thinking
He was such a talent.
just remind me.
What a waste.
Just an ordinary woman. You've just got to